68, 52, and 3 run with free picks after taking a split last night, losing with Colorado in the NIT, easily cashing in the NBA with the Chicago Bulls. 2 more free selections in the NBA coming up tonight as I take a look at the Oklahoma City-Utah game along with the Spurs at Denver. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Wednesday video report. Before I get to those free picks, however, I want to talk about DraftStreet.com. You've seen the ads here on the site. You know, fantasy sports, I mean, you know, it's huge. But this takes it a step beyond your normal rotisserie league, guys, because here's the beautiful thing about DraftStreet.com. I'm a player in it because I have to admit I'm a rotisserie league junkie as well. But here, you have a chance to make money. Because with DraftStreet.com, you have to understand that it's considered a game of skill. So you can bet and make money doing it. Now, why sports betting or poker, for example, isn't considered a game of skill, don't ask me. I don't make the U.S. laws, but I can tell you that DraftStreet.com, you know, entering leagues, entering contests, winning money, it's perfectly legal. You know, over 30 million people, they estimate, take part in one type of rotisserie league or draft fantasy sports league or another. And here's the thing about DraftStreet.com, guys. A free tournament being held this week, and it's my money on the line. Here's the deal. Friday night's NBA games, those are the games making up this tournament. But you can enter the tournament today. You have up until 7 o'clock Eastern Time, I believe it is Friday night, to change your rosters. And there's a $200 bankroll at stake. And the top 5 finishers win money. And it's my money. So, I mean, and I'll be playing it just as well as you will now, of course, and I hope I beat you all. But here's the deal. You know, with DraftStreet.com, what you do, it's a salary cap league, okay, this particular tournament. You have $100,000 mythical dollars to go ahead and spend, but you've got to get 8 players for that $100,000. You've got to get 2 centers, 2 forwards, 2 guards, and then 2 utility players. And what you have to realize is like, oh yeah, you'd like to go out and get Dwight Howard. Well, you know, Dwight Howard may cost you 1/5 of your entire bankroll, your salary cap, which means then you'd have only like $80,000 left to get 7 more players. That may not be the right strategy, but there is strategy involved here because you have to realize you gain points. You win by amassing the most points, and it's all based on the Friday night NBA card. Now, 1 point is awarded for number of points scored by your players. You get 1.25 points for the total number of rebounds you accumulate. You get 1.5 points for the number of assists. You get 2 points for every block, 2 points for every steal. But you also have a ½ point deducted for every missed free throw. You have a ½ point deducted for every missed field goal. So you've really got to take a look. And this is how I play these sports, okay? You have to take a look at the pairings you have, the games being played. Look for the matchups. Look where you have a decided advantage. But at the same time, you just can't go off for scoring. You know, you've got to think about the rebounding. Again, rebounding is worth more than points scored. You have to look at blocks, assists. They're worth more than just points scored. Anyway, 8 players, salary cap of $100,000. It is a free entry, guys. Click on the ad. You'll see it on the homepage, DraftStreet.com. Then you'll see an ad on that page that talks about Al DeMarco's free $200 tournament. Click on that. You create a user profile, you log in, you'll see the rules, and you'll see the private league, Al DeMarco's $200 tournament league. And again, you can open it today, you can start picking your players now. They've got all types of injury news, stat news, everything on the site that you need. And you have up until the start of Friday night's games to finalize your 8-man roster. It doesn't cost you anything to enter. And again, you got a shot at winning my money. Top 5 finishers win money. It's a $200 bankroll tournament. That's the great thing about this site. You do not have to, you don't have to spend money for this tournament. That's the beautiful thing. So try it out. It's free, and that's DraftStreet.com. Just click on the ad. Now, let's get to the free picks. First one going to be the 10:30 Eastern Time game between Denver and San Antonio. I mean, you know I've been riding the Denver Nuggets for the last 2.5 weeks. Why do you think I would change tonight? They're playing in triple in-season revenge, quintuple revenge overall in this series. They're a 3.5-point choice at home. They are 6-0 straight up and against the spread since trading Melo to the Knicks. 13-1 ATS overall in that stretch of 14 games, of which they've won 10 straight up. Now, during the 6 straight home victories and home covers, they've won those games by an average margin margin, 21.4 points. Now, I acknowledge, some of the patsies, the cupcakes they played along the way certainly made that an inflated scoring margin, beating the likes of Charlotte, Toronto, and Detroit. But then again, they did beat the Boston Celtics by 14 at home. They did also beat the Memphis Grizzlies easily, I think by 13 points at home during that stretch. The real key here for the Nuggets, probably making George Karl very happy, is that since the trade, the defense is only allowing 94.7 points a game. That is almost 8.4 points under their season average. Now, the Spurs are minus Tim Duncan tonight, but let me just remind you that Duncan was averaging season lows, or career lows, of 13.3 points and 8 rebounds a game, and the Spurs have won 7 of their last 8 games minus Duncan. Does concern me a little because the Spurs have some great depth. If they want to get into a running game with the Nuggets, they probably can play that style. But I'm going to go with Denver here as the free pick minus the 3.5 points. The other game is going to be Oklahoma City minus the 10.5 at home against Utah. Why? Well, the Thunder had won 6 straight and 9 out of 10 before getting upset by Toronto on Sunday, 95-93, a game in which they were down double digits at one point in the second half. Now, they have absolutely played great against Utah. Russell Westbrook, particularly, has averaged 26 points in 3 games against the Jazz this season. Thunder 18-5 straight up, coming off a loss. Utah, meanwhile, coming off an 103-85 loss at Memphis on Monday. They've allowed 114 points a game in their last 7 road outings. They've allowed 110 points on average in their last 6 games overall. Devin Harris, doubtful for tonight's game, suffered a hamstring, aggravated that injury again early in the Memphis game on Monday. And you look at the box score in that game, the Jazz had 19 turnovers versus just 20 assists. You don't have a point guard, that's the problem, guys. So again, I'm going to go with Oklahoma City laying the points as they look to rebound tonight, and the Denver Nuggets as well as your 2 free picks. Good luck, everybody, and I will catch you again on Thursday morning as the big dance continues.